Hello guys, this is Deathdealer and welcome back to another episode of our single player survival. This is episode 28 I believe. As you can tell, I'm pre-recording this as always, and we're in a different area of the world today. Now as you can see, I have a few strange things happening behind me, so if I just press F3G, that'll get rid of those lines. Now what those do is they mark out the chunk boundaries. And we need to use this tool today because we're going to be working on a slime farm. Now, when I say a slime farm, I don't just mean a one chunk slime farm. I mean 4 chunks. A 4 chunk slime farm, which has access to the surface via a skylight. So basically what I've done is I dug out a small area down there, put in a beacon, and I just brought over the beacon that we were using last episode. And I've hooked all this up to the nether onto the hub so that we can easily transport in between places. And I have my camera guy up above me, it's another camera I have access to, and yeah, we're going to be doing this in a time-lapse fashion because then you can see me, well, digging this thing out. Now, for what I'm going to do, I've estimated that the dig itself, because we're digging out 5 chunks, sorry, because one of the chunks is for us to stand and that's in the centre. So 5 chunks, then 7 blocks on each side of the chunks. So this should take at least 6 hours to dig out, if not more. That is not including me going into the end and repairing my tools and stuff, because yeah, that you need to do that a lot. So yeah, I think what we need to do is we need to get underground right now and sleep because of all the mobs and stuff. But yeah, this farm is crazy. You don't need to have a farm like this. A farm like this would be suitable for a multiplayer community of at least 20 players. Not 1 player, but since we can build it, we're going to, because that's just the way I play. Okay, right, so let us sleep real quick. Oh, I encountered a strange bug. That is another strange bug. Can we sleep when we have another player? No, we can't. Okay, well, I'll deal with that in a little moment. If they're in spectator mode, that and my camera guy isn't, he's in survival standing top of a block. Yeah, that normally happens. But yeah, this farm design is completely crazy. You guys probably don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it just to show that it can be done. And, well, yeah. So I think we should try and get this thing started now because I just want to get this project done with. So yeah, let the era of mega builds begin. Okay guys, so we finally managed to dig this hole out. It didn't take it 6 hours. In fact, it took 9.5. And this has been recorded over the course of about 1.5 weeks, this episode. So yeah, it's been a while. But I have done a few things. If we just get rid of the chunk borders, as you can see, I've already started to lay out the farm design. So the design we're using is, well, it has been, there's a tutorial on YouTube by ilmango. You can find a link to it down in the description below. So if you want to use the same design as me, you can. I think we will be slightly modifying it so that it fits in this area. But yeah, that's the tutorial we're going to be following. So let me talk about the farm itself. So essentially how this is going to work is we have these spawning pads. Ignore that bottom one, that's just to stop things spawning below the pads. But essentially what is going to happen is we're going to have rails going along here, and we're going to have mango blocks on this level, and what's happening is the slimes will walk onto the mango blocks and die. Basically there's going to be an iron golem behind the wall, and they'll see him and automatically walk over and it will be slaughtered. And the pads itself, essentially what's happening is all of these pads are on the bottom, like the bottom sub chunk. So that means that mobs are going to spawn a lot faster. So if we bring up the chunk boundaries again, yeah, I've been killing a lot of slimes, and we just head on up. Well, before we do that, is that even, no, I don't even think that's in the bottom sub chunks. I think it's in the bottom 2 chunks. Yeah, it's in the bottom 2 sub chunks. So the sub chunks are marked out by this blue line. So that means things will spawn really quick. And on the plus side, since we dug out all the blocks up above, mobs will spawn even faster. Because, well, there's nothing for them to spawn on above that. Now, this farm would be pretty efficient without even lighting up any caves. But, you know me, I like to make things as efficient as possible. So I will be lighting up the caves and stuff. Now, speaking of that kind of thing, in the process of digging this stuff out, we gathered a lot of materials. So let's head on up to the top of this little the spawning pads, because that's where I have all of the stuff we've gathered. So I've been smelting up some of the resources, and just look at that. It's a lot of iron. We did have more, but I've had to make rails because that is an integral part of this design. And we have a lot of diamonds and slime blocks and stuff already. So yeah, this has already been worth it. We have enough, enough resources to make another beacon base, which is pretty awesome. So the way this is going to work is we're not going to be doing any more time lapses today because, well, we've already expelled a lot of time. I'm almost out of food. Luckily I picked up some cooked fish. So basically we're going to be doing this in progress updates from this point forth. So next time you see me, we'll have this farm design partially operational. So, I have just lied. Yes, I said we're going to be doing this in progress updates. I kind of got a bit carried away and decided to build one whole farming segment at once. Yeah, I also decided to slab the entire floor to stop other slimes spawning for now, because this is all we're going to be doing today in terms of the slime farm, because, well, I've nearly been making this episode for 2 weeks now, and it's getting a bit out of hand, to say the least. I've also done some lighting up of the caves around here, just to increase spawn rates just a bit. But yeah, this is it, so let's take a quick look at the design. So as I said before, as you can see here, it's actually working pretty well. This is a design by ilmango. You can find the tutorial for his design down in the description below. And, well, yeah, this is it. It's very effective. It's simple spawning pad design. However, it's using iron golems to attract these slimes, so they're always going to walk off no matter what. Whereas with the traditional spawning pad design, they're not always guaranteed to walk off. Now, I've let this run for a little while whilst I've been lighting up caves. And as you can see, we already have nearly 2 stacks of slimes there. Just over a stack there. Just under a stack. And nearly 2 stacks. So what's going to happen is we're going to put these into water streams and stuff, and all of the farm's water streams will condense in the middle, where we'll have a bulk storage system, which is going to be pretty large because this is going to be getting an insane amount of slime balls in, well, per hour as you AFK. Now, for the perfect AFK spot, sorry, I'm kind of struggling for words, it will be kind of somewhere up here, so it won't be quite at ground level, but it will still be in this big massive hole. Now, I'm happy we've got this done. It was a very insane project, but I don't want to do something of this scale for quite a little while yet. Island farms and stuff, it isn't as bad because you don't really need to clear them out any ground because you can do them in the sky. But yeah, something like that was a bit insane. The only reason we done it, we don't actually need all the slime balls. This is going to produce one farm would be enough, never mind 4. The only reason I built this is because I could. For what we're going for with four slime farms, that'd be enough to supply a server of like more than 20 people who do insane redstone and contraptions. I'm just one person. But yeah, I built it because I can and because, well, yeah, yeah, just because I can. Hello, Iron Golem. These were a pain to get in there. You know, I had to actually turn on the hitbox thing, like that. And this is an important mechanic with it as well, because you know where that red line is? That shows his height of where he can actually see. So mobs in the top, the platform above the one he's standing can actually see him as well. So that's pretty awesome. But guys, I'm afraid I have to end it there for today. This is a pretty short episode, but I've been working on it for quite some time. So, as always, if you like this episode, please make sure to hit that like button. And if you really enjoyed it and you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.